What's up, TikTok? What's up? It's your girl Twilight. What's good? What's good? What's good? Was Charleston White correct about what he said about the male nature? Meaning, he's not talking about what men can do, what men are capable of. He is talking about the very biology of men, the way that they are constructed, the way that they are designed. He says the very nature of men, males rather, those born with the as the gender they were assigned, which is an XY male. Those males in general, they all are hardwired for graping and unaliving. He said it, right? Now this is what the Queen Maker has been trying to say to us, because a lot of them are in their lower nature off the rip, right? They're all in their lower nature off the rip. And because they are in their lower nature, they have a heavier propensity to violence, to deviant behavior, right? Now, ain't no doubt about it, a lot of women have caught on. But the men are the forerunners of such behavior tendencies, more prone to violence, more prone to deviancies in the area of SA, right? Charleston White said it's in the very nature of males to move like this, to be predatory, apex predators. That's what he said. He said it. Now, they've been gaslighting the Queen Maker for the longest, saying that, she talking crazy, she talking out the side of their neck, and then some of them had to just admit it, especially when she did her thing on Real Life Productions. But at the end of the day, this truth that had always been there, and now we're acknowledging it, is undeniable. So how is there even a such thing as man bashing? Right now, I diagnose man bashing don't even exist. But the thing that's most important is to recognize that that man admitted it on the world stage, on Viola Davis's internet. Men are biologically hardwired to be predators. And maybe, just maybe, that's the reason why women are divesting. Maybe, just maybe, that's the reason why women don't see men as nothing but a bank. Maybe, just maybe, that's why. Because there's nothing intrinsically that they have to gain from these connections. Not in a very real sense. Because, see, when you understand, just like Charleston White said, make sure y'all vote, make sure y'all weigh in. When you understand that that is their very nature, now you understand why women don't want to submit to. Why would you submit to a predator? Why on earth would you submit to a goddamn predator? And here's my diagnosis of it. Because if we look at it and we say that this is the male biology, and he has to be socialized into human behavior, right? He has to be socialized into human behavior. Bear in mind, we're saying he has to be socialized into human behavior. It's not naturally innate in him. He's going to go with the lowest path of least resistance. right? Do or die. Reptilian. Do or die. Reptilian mindset is what is natural to them. So when we talk about them maturing, we're talking about their mid-40s, right? And what does maturity actually mean? It means them having empathy, them having integrity, them being grounded, them having a moral compass. Unless somebody is barking orders to them who has a higher authority than them, they're not going to be prone to doing the right thing. If given the opportunity, they will do the wrong thing, because that's what a predator does. You can't expect them to have a higher consciousness because they don't exist in a higher plane. They're going to do what is easiest, what is most beneficial, what is most immediately gratifying. So how can you pick better when the very biology of males is predatory and they don't actually get into maturity until their mid-40s? But women start dating. They start exploring. Men come out, they're duplicitous. They wear masks. They mirror. They pretend to be something they're not. Women get burned. Then they try again, they get burned again. Then when they done, it's our fault. When we're done with them, it's our fault. It's, you should have picked better. How you gonna pick better when the very biology of men is predatory? Make it make sense. Charleston White said it's in a male's nature. He didn't specify. He didn't say what race they was. He didn't say what socioeconomic status they was. He said it's in a male's nature. And Priscilla been saying this. And other women on TikTok been saying this. Now, at the present day, other women have tapped into their darkness, their dark divine feminine, and or their own degeneracy. And now they want to call us out. When whole time they've been holding the standard for degeneracy for decades. How can you pick better when their very biology is designed to be predatory? I'll wait. Let me show y'all the scene I'm looking at right here. Hold on. See, can I turn this camera around? I ain't gonna even worry about that right now. That lacks of understanding of the nature of man, and a laughing emoji. What are you laughing about? Check out some of the comments. That's right. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. It's all of them until it's none of them. Yes. Shout out to K Shep. I wish other men, thank you for the flowers. I appreciate that. I wish other men would react to this instead of Keke Palmer. Right. Because they love to deflect. But see, even in them talking about Keke Palmer, they prove our point. They are territorial, right? They act like she slobbed Usher down, right? Her baby daddy, who probably on her Wi-Fi, eating, drinking her Sunny D, eating her mac and cheese in her house. That's why she ain't want to marry him, because she ain't want to have to pay alimony. So Keke Palmer is still a possession. And this is why I say, date hypergamously. Because all of the antics and all of the bull crap comes from entitled Dusties. Entitled Dusties. He is a Dusty. Sorry, Keke Palmer. But your boyfriend, your baby daddy, is a Dusty. And baby, they entitled, and it ain't no stopping them. They can't take care of nothing for you financially. So what they need to do is they need to fortify their importance by focusing on controlling your body, controlling the optics. Territorialism is a component of being a predator. You mine. You my possession. You see what I'm saying? They run into our point every time. Every time. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. Men started this narrative they complaining about. Exactly. Who was the one who said we are hunters? See, what it is when men say stuff, they want a desired outcome. And they think very linear because they're always on the pursuit of conquest. Right? They're on the pursuit of conquest. So what they said was, we are hunters. To tell you that we have a nature to want to get as many women as we can. And the desired result was for us to say, oh, okay, well, you know what? It's okay. I don't mind that you deal with multiple women. I mean, STIs be damned. I don't care about no STIs, girl. He is a hunter. Did you hear what he said? He is a hunter. I'm going to name my first baby Hunter. Okay? He is a hunter. But what happened is, women are intelligent. We think in 360. We think in fullness, in wholeness, right? They think linear. We think circular. So we are looking at the other side of the coin. You might be a hunter, and that might have something to do with the reason why you might want a multitude of women. But it also shows that you're a predator. See, when you see a gazelle minding its own business, eating food, the lion is stalking the gazelle, learning the gazelle's move, learning the gazelle's weaknesses, learning what the gazelle is not even paying attention to. But right there, you already talking about some weird, creepy troll shit. So the lion is trolling the gazelle. And when the lion attacks, the gazelle is none the wiser. It's consumed, and it becomes Thursday night dinner for the lions and their entire family. And I want to point out that it's the woman lion that's out there hunting the gazelle, because the male lions don't do nothing but sit around, get fat, and have sex. Okay? So when you talk about being a hunter, you're telling the world you're an apex predator. And I learned that if you put a mic towards a man's mouth, he gonna tell you everything, right? Just give him the spotlight. Make him feel like he gonna be important. Make him feel like he gonna go viral. He gonna tell you all the secrets. You know how Alicia Keys said, I won't tell your secrets? They gonna tell, just put a mic. If you ever want to know what your man doing, just put a mic in front of him, put some headphones on him, put a camera on him, promise he gonna go viral, and he gonna tell you all the business. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? What I do is on Tuesday night, I'm with Shaniqua, and I make a fake argument with her. I start a fake argument with her, you know what I'm saying? So she can let me go on outside. These be the same dudes that will tell you they playbook, and then turn around and say, I ain't say that, or you misunderstood. Gaslighting is their second language, baby. Gaslighting is their second language. Laughing because, yes, you are talking about men, but you were born from a man. Do you even like men? I was born from a man. I was born from a man? You sound stupid. You know, science, a lot of historical science was created in favor of patriarchy. The whole ideology of the sperm being in pursuit of the egg was part of scientific design to maintain male superiority. See, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why it's not man bashing. Y'all got so many lies, so many mistruths, so much propaganda going on to construct the narrative of male superiority, that all we're doing is no longer receiving the propaganda and really talking about the nature of you. And that's what's got you in a tizzy. That's what's got you in a chokehold. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's got your boxes in a bunch. We're not bashing you. We're just not accepting the propaganda. The ideology that you are noble, that you are automatically knows what's best, empathetic, structured, protect, provide. All of those things are a farce. They're part of the propaganda and the promise of patriarchy. And once the construct began to crumble and women began to compare notes, we began to have conversation. And in those conversations, we found some very striking patterns. Those striking patterns of behavior were traced all the way back to your natural biology. So if it's within your natural biology to be predatory, what does me liking you have to do with anything? So the question then becomes, do I like being preyed on? Well, what damn fool does? What damn fool does? Point out a damn fool. Go ask your mama, do she want to be preyed on? Report back to me after you ask your mama, do she like being preyed on? Report back to me what her response is. Nobody likes being preyed on. Nobody likes being deceived. Okay? Nobody wants to be the gazelle out there. I came to eat some damn grass and I'm being pummeled by a big ass burly lion. Nobody likes to be used. Nobody likes to be exploited. So stop talking to me about liking men, because I ain't the one or the two. I don't have the emotional patience for any of you. I don't have any empathy for any of you. You understand? I don't have the rose-colored glasses anymore. I'm no longer drinking the Kool-Aid. I have no longer accepted the programming. I've rejected the programming effectively. So by me rejecting the programming and then accepting your very nature, I deal with you on your nature. Men as a whole, no, I don't like them at all, period. But I look at each individual man, and each individual man has an opportunity to show himself approved. But as a whole, oh no, absolutely not. Y'all ain't supposed to be liked. Your very nature and your very biology speaks to the fact that you're not supposed to be liked. But see, you have gotten spoiled in this society. See, men used to go out and they used to be spoils of war. And the woman would be crying about her husband. Henry, he went out to war and now he gone. But then she left with the house, the car, her lover, and a whole lifestyle that's going to be funded for her. That was the joy of being a woman back then. Because any day your man could go out there and be unalived. And you would be living a easy life. You'd be living on easy street. And you could maintain the lie a lot better. You could go to your children and you could say, your daddy was a wonderful man. Your daddy was a wonderful man. You know what I'm saying? We could maintain the lie. But y'all have ruined that. Now y'all always home. Y'all always around. Y'all always talking. Y'all always in women's spaces. Y'all always got an opinion. Y'all always talking. Y'all always talking. Y'all always talking. Y'all always talking. It's just getting out of hand. I just want a war to start so half y'all asses could get drafted. And then we can have some peace in this bitch. We can have some goddamn peace in this bitch. Just so useless. Go fix a car. Go get on the roof. Go build a carburetor or something. Shut your mouth. Y'all just such hens. Yep, 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 yep. It's annoying. Tired of this. Jesus. Go ask Ukrainian women. They will let you know that what women should be doing, it's not hating men. Boy, shut up. Shut up. I'm sure you're advocating for all the single women out there. Advocating hard because they're free. They're free from the clutches of lies and delusion. Do you know how much a woman have to lie to herself to be in a marriage? Now, I'm not saying that I won't get married, but it's going to be a lie from the damn start. I mean, like, the problem is that we're sold this princess fairy tale, right? We're sold this fairy tale that Prince Charming is going to come. But see, you realize that their very nature is to be a toad. And if you're lucky, they'll wear a good enough mask to be a prince, right? So really, at the end of the day, all we do is bide our time by dealing with the reality of men and then finding a man who can cloak himself good enough to pretend to be what we need. And then we just pretend to be what he needs. And then we get together and we live happily ever after in comfort and delusion. That's the American dream. Comfort and delusion. That's what our parents had. Comfort and delusion. Let's be so fucking for real here. It's nothing more than comfort and delusion. And we loved every minute of it, right? But what happened is our children ended up getting hurt. We're the children who ended up getting hurt. We ended up getting hurt because nobody tapped us on the shoulder and said, listen, all this shit is a lie. Your daddy ain't shit. I step out sometimes too. Listen, but the bills are paid. You live a comfortable life. Sometimes we lash out on you and we treat you poorly. We're not great people. We're not noble. We're not honorable. And I just want you to understand that we are pieces of shit too. But we're your parents and we love you. That would be the perfect way to tell the truth about society. But instead, we go on with these propagandas and lies of who and what people are. And because we continue to go on with these propagandas and lies, it makes it so that when you have these contrasts and contradiction, then people gotta call you out on your shit. See, this is what men don't like. They don't like when you don't drink the Kool-Aid. They don't like being called out on their shit. But if you guys actually lived up to the inflated ass narratives that y'all put out there in the world, and I'm going to say that again, the inflated ass narratives y'all put out there in the world, nobody would say boo. Start talking the truth about who you are. Keep, under promise and then over deliver. Try that strategy. But see, men need to feel important. Men need to masturbate their own egos. And because of this, they put shit out there that just simply is not true about men in general. And then when we don't eat it up like it's a motherfucking Lunchable, now you're mad. You're mad because I won't eat the cracker. You're mad because I won't eat the cake anime. Eat the cake anime. Eat the cake anime. You're mad because I won't eat the cake anime. Okay? Okay? Strawberry flavored doo-doo don't taste good. I want y'all to understand that strawberry flavored doo-doo don't taste good. I'm trying to watch my mouth because we're on TikTok and I know a lot of people is sensitive and I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and I don't want to say the wrong thing and my live get taken down. So I just want y'all to understand that frosted colored doo-doo do not taste good. Big mad, yes. Let me see. You are just a hurt lady who needs to get into praying and stop. Sir, you are just a lying fool who lives in a delusion who has the joy of a system on your side. You have the joy of a system on your side. We got patriarchy, we got misogyny, we got Christianity, and we got white supremacy. Okay? We got sexism, we got xenophobia. We have all of these things that keep a specific caste system going. And each caste system has a layer of propaganda associated with it. Y'all see that intelligence? Ooh, women gonna start burning y'all ass up. Y'all better stop playing with us. But each faction has propaganda to go along with it. You men are not hold on. You men are not inherently noble. You are not inherently full of integrity. You're not inherently consistent. Your executive functioning skills, and let's not characterize this and put it into terms of the melanated community, where we're not even working with proper executive functioning skills, okay? It's a problem. It's a problem. You cannot be an apex predator and start to have fertile ground by the time you in your mid-40s. By the time you in your mid-40s, now you can see the other side. Now you have integrity. Now you can start to understand, and I mean start to understand how integrity works. It's pathetic. It is absolutely, unequivocally pathetic. Right? How long it takes y'all. Y'all mask, y'all mirror, y'all covet, y'all hide behind the mammies and the pygmies who are your biggest flying monkeys. You pretend to be the victim when really you're the orchestrator of the chaos. Oh my God. So it's really not about being hurt. It's about understanding and losing the propaganda. Any woman who you consider not hurt, sweetheart, it's just a woman who's still eating the motherfucking Lunchables. Okay? She's still eating a cake, anime. And a lot of these women, what happens is, in the presence of the actual experience, they have cognitive dissonance. And they double down on the cake. But I be looking. I be paying attention. Overall, their reality is the same as mine. They have just come to some general consensus inside that they need to live in delusion. And men need delusion. Men need women to believe that they are something that they are not. Pure and simple. I know you mad, but just be a better human being. I don't know. Thank you. Girl, I've been busy. I know he lying. Just lying to be. Why you lying? Why you always lying? Why the fuck you lying? Come on, guys. Ooh, oh my gosh. Stop your fucking lying. Hey, goddess. We got men in dresses on this app talking about they representing the women. No comment. Hey, Fatal Pros. How you doing? This entire topic is making me really emotional today. It's such a deep and complex issue. I agree. What's up, Miss K. Patty? How you doing, Voodoo Bay? The patriarchy is public enemy. You're giving black men the blame for a system set up for dividing the black family. Miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. I want to talk to you about being a warrior. See, most of you all are so fixated on conquering women that you fail to conquer your demons. You fail to conquer the men that have conquered you, right? There is not going to be a place you can hide. We will not be giving you a soft place to land. You will be hitting your head up against bricks until you guys decide to take ownership of the fact that you are the first line of defense for the black community. And if our community is crap, It's your fault. You all are the first line of defense for the black community. And you have not done your job, right? You've not done your job effectively. You've not educated yourself in tactical war. You've not educated yourself in psychological war. You're so focused on cat, 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 cat. You wake up thinking about cat. You go to sleep thinking about cat. You dream about, you drinking water, thinking about cat. Cat, 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 cat. You can't focus in class because you're thinking about cat. You need to get control of your sexual proclivities as melanated men. Once you get in control of that, you will get in control of your own body. Once you get in control of your body, you can teach other men how to get in control of their body. Once you get in control of your body and your mind, and you know how to be still, you can contribute something for real to the community. Teach these men how to have atonement and be something of use, even if it costs you your life. So I don't care about the system. I care about what you're doing about the system. And that's absolutely fucking nothing. So keep quiet, because you're an embarrassment. The fuck? They need to feel they're above women. I agree. Yes, yes. Get into some praying. Who said that? What am I gonna pray for? You are uneducated. You are uneducated. I am praying right now. Do you see this? Do you see this water back here? I am praying to the water. I am paying homage to, not praying. See, you get down on your knees, you beg, and you send out a vibration of helplessness into the universe. I empower myself. I employ myself to embody the characteristics of the deities that I honor. You understand what I'm saying? Get into it, baby. You see that water back there? I'm embodying. That's why I walk and talk with integrity and a power you will never understand. Because see, you're not in tune with who you really are. So stop talking to me about prayer. I'm out here and I'm dealing with nature. That's me embodying. You understand? You understand? Get rooted, get grounded, and know who you are. All you bitches is my sons. And I'm gonna go and get some bibs for them. A couple bottles. Little pretty lips on them. If I had I will pull it out and piss on them. Thank you, love. Ashe. Alright. Let's see what we doing here. What's up, Niecy Pooh?
Hey! You guys, it's my birthday. I just turned 40 today.
Happy birthday. Oh, girl, girl, I'm finna get a drink for you. I'm finna drink for you. Hold on. Here we go.
Take a drink for me, please, sis.
Happy motherfucking birthday.
Thank you, sis. Love you. Mwah, mwah.
Hey, ladies.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. Hey,
Thank you,
Mrs.
love.
Hello.
Pooh.
Yo. You know, that's the girl right there, Niecy. I love her. She is a sweetheart. She the sweetheart.
That's my
Girl,
sis.
that's what you
Thank
gotta
you,
do. You
guys,
gotta you the
everybody.
sweetheart of TikTok. You gotta put it on there. Like, I'm the sweetheart of
Oh,
TikTok. Just go ahead and make that your
you know
title.
what? Since Goldie said it, y'all. I'm claiming it. I'm the sweetheart of TikTok. Goldie gave me the name. I
Mm-hmm.
accept it.
Very good. Okay.
Love you, sis. Thank you so much. But
Absolutely.
girl,
We
you
going on a
absolutely
walk,
right.
y'all.
And you look
So,
so, I'm sorry, the background, the look, everything. I just have to say this. The background, the scenery, your whole look, everything. It's giving. It's just giving.
it's given. Okay,
It's
okay.
giving.
Yes. Yes. I just wanted to be out here. I wanted to get some sun, some trees, some nature. I just wanted to be around the beauty of things, the natural beauty of things.
Absolutely. And it
Yes.
fits you so beautifully.
Thank you, my love. Thank you. So, guys, what do y'all think about this topic? I want y'all to weigh in on this before I get out of here.
Oh, sis, I was fighting in the comments. You seen all the people I blocked?
I did. I was like, thank my moderator is on it. She's not gonna play with y'all. She did not come to play today.
But like and they're not getting it. It's just not clicking. We are seeing who they are. Like it's literally like I feel like Maya Angelou, like she's like y'all when they show you who they are, believe them. They are literally showing us who they are. It's time for us to believe them.
Traveling, the damage and the harmful nature of the ideology of struggle love is still something in our community. I literally had some man tell me that Samuel L. Jackson's wife stuck by his side while he was doing drugs, cocaine, and stuff like that. And look where she at now. And I'm like, you guys really sit there and use outliers like this in order to convince women that it's all gonna be worth it in the end. You sound like you selling Jesus. You sound like you selling magic rocks on TV.
And
Just
they
call the
forget she was
800
high
number.
right along with him. She was right there high right along with him.
So they was like Pookie
Exactly.
and the girl in New Jack City and stuff. It keep calling me and calling me. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Nah, nah, they had an outlier story. Okay, I appreciate Nick Fury now and all the motherfuckers that I've heard over the years from Samuel L. Jackson. Yes, Lord.
Right.
But right now, that don't look good when you're in it. That don't look good when you're going through it. There's psychological damage, irreversible psychological damage that happened. And let me tell you something. They represent like a 2% because the rest of the 98% is just gone. Psychological damage, and then they remain psychologically damaged, and then they just get to a comfortable misery. Period.
Yeah.
Twilight, my sis Goldie, can I say something? I want to address something in the comments really quickly before I block this person. Saying, Mr. Mighty Pharaoh, Kevin Samuels was the truth. Y'all couldn't take it. It was the truth in Kevin Samuels telling the mother not to believe her daughter when it comes to SA if it was her stepfather. That's the truth. And you know what? I would agree with that in the sense that y'all don't protect black girls in y'all family. 60% of us are SA'd before the age of 18, usually by somebody we know, usually a family member. Y'all don't protect black girls. What Kevin Samuels did was he was trying to enable the same behaviors that were detrimental to us black girls, saying that it would save the black family. And you black dudes are buying into that bull crap, thinking that us as black women and we're gonna raise our girls up to go with that. No, it's not happening. It's not
Where is
happening.
Kevin Samuels now? Where is Kevin Samuels
Exactly.
Exactly.
now?
And another thing about Kevin Samuels, while he was talking all kinds of crap, calling us linebackers and big Shirleys, making fun of Lizzo, all this other stuff, and look, all those women are here and he's not. Lizzo is living her best life and he's not.
Because he spoke out.
The death
He
you
spoke
wish for me
against
is
them
gonna be.
children.
I'm about to be my Celie, and the death you wish for me is gonna come back to you.
Come on now.
Till you do right by me, it's gonna
All I
be on
gotta
you.
say,
Everything you bad you wish for me is gonna happen to you.
look at this. Look at this picture in the background. This speaks to it perfectly. He says, "It is in a man's nature to grape and unalive. They are naturally apex predators." And the
Yes,
one
I
of the
saw.
biggest things, yes, one of the biggest things is that the propaganda. We have always been dealing with apex predators, but as a woman, what we do is we anchor them. Okay. We give them purpose. We give them directions. We pour energy into them. We give them something to mirror, because a lot of them don't naturally have integrity. They don't naturally have morality. They don't naturally have executive functioning skills that would allow them to be formidable leaders. Now they take that energy from us, just harnessing and siphoning, which She So Bright mentioned when she was here, is harnessing, is siphoning. And when they harness and siphon that energy, they go out into the world and they still act like it was all them. And that has been the exchange for the longest. That has been the exchange for the longest between men and women, especially black men, because many of them are socialized differently. They don't have a rites of passage to give them the strong leadership and to give them purpose and direction in the world. They are simply drifting. And many of them get all of what they know from I get my game from the streets. I get my game from the streets. They are low rent pimps who spend an insufficient, insignificant amount of excess of time trying to conquer women. Period. And this is what we have to work with. And so the reality is that we are working with children. We're working with children, demented children. Y'all know Problem Child, that movie in the 90s? Y'all, you know Chucky? We working with demented children who don't understand why you don't want to be tethered to them, why you don't want to suffer with them, why you don't want to go through hell with them. That's the question that they keep asking. And they really got the goddamn audacity to ask that question.
And then they have the nerve, like this guy in the comments talking about saying, well, what about the women? This is the problem that I have with the men in our community. When it comes to them being accountable and doing what they need to do, they always deflect back to women so that they can avoid holding themselves accountable for everything. They just, oh, what about y'all? What about y'all? Y'all act like y'all can't do anything unless a woman does it first, but want to claim to be leaders. Y'all are literally telling us that we're the leaders, but then want y'all, like, this is, when a couple goes to a restaurant, she's handing her credit card over to him so it can look like he paying. That's how y'all look and how y'all sound. And it's weak and sad.
You know what? They need to be in religion and military at all times, because they are completely mentally just undirected, chaotic, and just agents of chaos. And so sadly, you want to talk about what about the women? Well, y'all not having any real definable purpose, and us constantly being a sacrificial lamb wasn't gonna work. So a lot of women have converted to the same level of degeneracy. I literally watched a video where a city girl said, I watched what my mama and my grandma went through, and I ain't going through that shit. And they said, that's why we city girls, that's why we like fuck these dudes, this, that, and the third. You have to know that there's something called cause and effect. And y'all keep talking about the effect and the symptoms, but you don't talk about the root of the disease. What started the root of the disease? And I understand that the system had a lot to do with y'all being underdeveloped. But recognizing that you're underdeveloped and not doing shit about it is my issue.
You know what? It's kind of like, it doesn't matter who started it, because I saw somebody that said, "Oh, white supremacy started it," and that is more than likely true. But what are you doing to get over it? If black women are the most educated group in America, it seems to me that why are black men not along with us, or why they're not number one or number two? If we can get over it, why can't them? But yeah, and
No,
this
I'm
is
sorry.
why, that's okay. And this is why I'm seeing more and more black men vote for Trump. And I'm like, y'all really don't understand what you're voting for. You're voting it's like, if they coming for us, nigga, they coming for you too.
Let me explain, sis. It's because they have a hive mind. See, the alpha male, and let me explain. The alpha male ain't nothing but the loudest and the smartest animal in the pack. You remember when they had a Planet of the Apes, and the one ape that could talk, he ran all the other apes, and he had some sense about himself, but he was still an ape nonetheless. This analogy characterizes the fact that a lot of them are animalistic in nature, and they will only listen to the head alpha male of the wolf pack. So the head of the wolf pack done told them that this is deep state. And Trump gonna make things right. And he had a deal with Ice Cube and this, that, and the third. And men gonna get to being back to men. See, what you got to understand is they've accepted their level as being the lowest men on the totem pole. That's the elephant in the room. That's the quiet part out loud. They've accepted their state of existence. They've been accepting their state of existence since the 70s. They are conquered men. But what they don't want is women turning around and saying, "You a conquered man. Why should I listen to you?" They want women to say, "You know what? You still a man. I'm under the delusion. I'm going to submit to you because you are a man, and by nature you are an authority figure." But the problematic thing about that is, on the other end, you lack self-control. You lack direction. You don't know how to control your sexual proclivities. You are chaotic. You are destructive in nature. And when you have all these lower level things going on, and then you ask to be a leader, because I ain't never heard a motherfucking city girl ask to be no leader. Okay?
Facts.
Period. So when you ask to be a leader and you operating like this, now this is when you get shut down. Now, if you want to be a degenerate and you ain't asking for no leadership abilities, fine. Enjoy being the asshole that you are. But if you ask for leadership, somebody's going to say, what the fuck qualifies you? And now you're mad because people are digging into your resume. They're asking you for your resume. They want to know if you qualify for the job. God damn it. And so when you submit your resume and and it's a bunch of blank space in there, somebody want to know, well, why the hell should I listen to you? Why the hell should I put my life in your hands? What kind of damn fool gonna do that? And baby, let me show you my resume. Well, damn, my resume bigger than yours. This is why it makes no sense. Black women are moving to a different class level. I'm just going to say that every black woman that's on here under the sound of my voice, we are moving to a different class level. And it is difficult for us to have alignment with our men if they still going to remain in that lower frequency of low tier, low vibrational, animalistic mindset. It's impossible. We're not going to be able to align to them. It's not, and we're hurting ourselves by continuing to try to align to them.
Cheers to that.
Hold on, Ruthie. Yes.
Oh my
How
God.
you
Can I
doing,
just say
sis?
it is a pleasure to finally talk to you. I am a fan of your content. Oh my goodness. I've been waiting to hear your thoughts on this.
Thank you, sis. I feel the exact same way, you know.
Hello to
So
everyone else on the panel. Hello, hello.
y'all mute. You heard us say hello.
Hello, hey.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hey,
sis.
how you
I
doing?
follow you. I follow you, Ruthie. Hello, sis. I follow you too,
Hey, how you
sis.
doing? Hey, y'all. Hey, I didn't want to interrupt the flow. I just had to give her props. I am Goldie. Oh, girl, I love you. I love you.
For real, I appreciate that, man. That mean a lot coming from you. She big time over there, y'all. She in California somewhere, you know.
Yeah, I'm based in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Appreciate
it's
it.
interesting.
Absolutely.
But continue, because I'm here to learn from you, girl. Talk to it.
So did you want to weigh in on the topic? Because did you happen to see that video where Charleston White was basically saying that the biological nature of men, not the way that they are socialized, but that they are naturally, biologically have a higher propensity to grape and unaliving?
Oh, I saw the video, and here's it. I have mixed feelings about whether it's nature versus nurture, right? But what I will say
to you that the evidence is there when it comes to statistics, who's graping, who's unaliving, who's doing all of those things. And if a man is telling you that he's those things and he believes that, then I believe you. And if another man is telling me that that's how most men feel, think, and operate, and that's what they talk about behind closed doors, and they're now coming public with that, I believe you. So all I will say is that I am a pew pew owner in the state of California.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's because, I'm from Chicago, and y'all know that big situation that happened with the lady, I think her name Alicia Hood. And y'all know that situation that happened where her son had to pew pew that unruly young man. Y'all are y'all all familiar with that situation?
Yes, that opened my eyes to a lot about the men in our community. The response that she got. It's
I don't know
sad.
how I already knew they was gonna respond.
Well, you know, you know
My eyes
what?
been open.
I was shocked
Well,
by
it
that.
no,
I
what it
may
was,
sound
no,
naive,
it
but I was shocked that black men responded the way that they did.
No, I
Yes,
mean, this is
same.
why I was shocked. This is the reason why I was shocked by it. Wasn't because, like, Goldie has been, like, she's been teaching me a lot. Like, I've been learning a lot from sis about the reality of what's going on, even though I didn't want to accept it. But the Carlisha Hood situation, the fact that this was a woman who had just donated, a single mother donated over $600 to multiple different single fathers for Father's Day, on the same day gets attacked by a man. Her son had to do something to save her. No man in that restaurant could do anything to save her. Nobody stood up for her in that restaurant, but somehow these guys are blaming her? That's wild as heck to me. Wild
Someone
as
in the
heck.
comments said telling her she should have been quiet, like they say about the police with black men.
Yes, exactly. Like, they literally do the same white tea supremacist tactics on us that's done on them. They literally, this is why, remember that article years ago that was on the Root where they said that the black men were the white tea people of the black community?
Oh, I
That's
remember
coming
that.
into fruition. That's coming into fruition.
And I agree. I researched.
The way that I look at that, one of the ways that I interpreted that is we have heard over the last, I want to say, couple years, how much vitriol is towards the single black mother, right? We've heard that over the years, and we have spoken on it, and of course we've been gaslit on it because, like I said, that's their second language. So seeing that in real time, but then seeing it physically played out, is what we got an opportunity to see. See, what Jeremy Brown did is he showed y'all how they really feel about the single black mother, how much animosity and contempt for the single black mother. Because, see, back in my day, I'm starting to sound old. Back in my day, when mama or one of the elder ladies of the community would give correction and instruction to a young man, he'd be like, well, ma'am, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to come at you like that, ma'am. I apologize. Like, even the hoodest dude would respond that way. The
Right.
way he responded is a part of the new paradigm. It's part of the truth about the way they really feel. There's no respect. And the men are scared of the degenerate boys. The men used to pull the boys to the side. Hey, son, hey, no, you need to cool out. No, you need to shut the fuck up. That's what the older men would do.
Sure
The
enough.
older men don't do that no more.
And
And
you would
they
think the
keep
old heads
making
knew better.
excuses. Exactly. They keep making excuses for why they becoming docile puppies now. And why we supposed to continue to follow docile little puppies. You're a slave to the system. You're a slave to more degenerate, radical men. You're a slave to food. You're a slave to your own mind. You're just a damn slave. And somebody supposed to follow
Facts.
you?
That part. You know what the most the thing that stood out the most to me about the Carly Hood situation is, and I went on a live and I kind of snapped on a group of this. All the men left when I said this because they were saying she should have shut up, she should have walked away, she should have did this. And I said, it's so wild to me. Y'all don't have none of this smoke for Karens. They can get in y'all face, yell and scream, harass y'all, accuse y'all of stuff. Y'all don't raise y'all voice. Y'all soft and docile, just like Ken said here. They be soft and docile. They don't raise their hand. They don't raise their voice. But black women are supposed to shut up. We're supposed to shut up. We're supposed to find a way to walk around y'all anger, and y'all don't have that slow for any other community of people. Not white women, not white men, nobody. But black
Because
women.
yeah, you know why? Because it's like white women are their preference and their keep, and it's like, and if you see their news, every couple of months they're getting unalived by one of by their preference, or she's leading them to their death, and it's like literally, I don't know why, but that's who they want to be with because that's the pinnacle for them. And it's so sad because it's like they treat them no, and I've literally seen it for myself. They treat them no better, and they talk to them any kind of way. And
Yeah, DC Young Fly. Let's talk
yeah,
about DC Young Fly.
yes,
Come on.
yes,
Come
ma'am,
on.
yes, ma'am,
Somebody
I'm about
tell
to
her.
say something.
yes,
I'm
I'm
ma'am,
ready to hear this.
yes,
so
ma'am.
the brother on live stream talking about some give me some pussy. Give me some pussy. And she's sitting over there talking about important things in a relationship, and I guess his real name is John. So she was like, yeah, John's in Atlanta, so that's why he can't get any pussy, this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, you have to understand that we be attaching ourselves to these bandits. Or even still, see, the black woman know about the bandit. So we didn't gave up on the bandit. The bandit can go to hell. But what has happened is that the women in the other communities, they going over there telling them, well, you better than these black women over here. They masculine. They don't listen. Triangulation and whatnot. Then they pedestalize those women and they slowly start to deteriorate them. And this is what I saw with DC Young Fly and Jackie O. She was not in she wasn't in a relationship with no different type of man. He didn't depict himself as no different type of man. Girl, the thing is, and they think that they be making us jealous, but they just don't know until they know. And sometimes that drive them to cause they ain't like us. We know they demons. So we already ready. We demon catchers. We already ready to transmute the energy till we can't be bothered no fucking more. These women in these other communities is getting dragged because they ain't ready for that. They ain't ready for that type of shock to their system. And they being unalive. They are getting the fuck up out of here. The QYT woman is now the new face of single motherhood. The mixed race children are at the all-time high as it relates to single motherhood. So if you're putting it all together, they're going over in their community, being the same people that they are in our community, and they're going to go overseas and be the same people overseas. It's nothing more than bandit, degenerate behavior, and we need to call a thing a thing. This particular behavior tendency is not a hate on black men. It is a recognizing of the fact that you're in a lower socioeconomic bracket. There has been studies upon studies that shows when you are in a lower tax bracket, you act more like an animal because you have less of a purpose and you have less access to resources. So you're in scarcity mode and survival mode. And when you're dealing with someone who's in scarcity mode and survival mode, you are dealing with someone who is a dangerous human being. It's really that damn simple.
Boom. Boom right there. You're absolutely right.
That fire is 5 alarm.
Child, listen. But
Goldie
I would
always comes with the
say,
fire.
I would say, as women, first of all, save yourself. Second of all, date hypergamously. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I'm not about to sit here and play with y'all, okay? Date hypergamously. Women, if they ain't paying, you ain't playing. And that's all I'm saying.
So hold on, this guy in the comments,
Excuse me.
really
Yeah.
irritating
Like,
me.
why is it
RJ
always?
Millis
Hold
Cat,
on.
Melly Cat, whatever his name is, talking
Yes.
about why is it
Yeah.
always unmarried single women talking crazy about black men. So let me just squash that. Okay. I have a black man. Okay. Very good father. I was raised, this is really gonna fuck you up. I was raised by a single black man. I didn't even meet my mom until I was in my 20s. I was raised by a black man. I love black men. My father comes to visit me every other weekend to help take care of his grandchild. So me and my partner can do our thing. So that whole thing about, oh, it's fatherless women who are bitter, it's women that ain't got no man who are bitter. No, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you picked the right one today. I love black men. I've only ever dated black men. I ain't had no white men, no Persian, no Arab, no nobody, no nothing. It's always black men. It will always only be black men. And at the same time, because I come from y'all, I was raised by y'all, I can hold y'all accountable. And in fact, I didn't even become this quote unquote bitter person, bitter black woman until I started dating y'all. Because my uncles and stuff and my older cousins, they were all right. They were good fathers. They were present, all of that stuff. So I always had black men in a high regard. It wasn't until I started dating you raggy mother effers that it became so problematic, because y'all are really abusive and you're liars and you're all of these things. And we're just telling you about yourselves. Not my daddy though. He's great.
That's beautiful. Absolutely. And they know
Yes.
they are. They know they are. Gaslighting is a second language. One of the things that they do is they try to deflect by finding some flaw in you. But they absolutely know what they're doing. And
Right.
most of their ways of addressing and dealing with women is through some sort of low rent ass pimp mentality. And that's what's really scary, because that's not love, baby. But I want to be clear. I'm just going to rip the fucking band-aid off. Men in survival mode cannot love you. Men in survival mode cannot love you. This is why struggle love is nothing more than a parasitic attachment. Okay? Men in survival mode cannot love you, because we think that love is something of the heart. And I'm going to go to what I've learned from Priscilla and different philosophies that I've read. It's something of the mind. You have to be on a higher conscious level. So a being that's on a lower conscious level cannot love you, because they cannot make up the type of mental and emotional makeup to be able to receive and or give in a reciprocal way. They lack empathy. They lack integrity, and those are the components of love. So mostly it's usury. Mostly it's us, and it's sad, because women are not necessarily men are not necessarily going into the relationship, I believe, knowing all the time that they don't know how to love. It is only when they attempt to love that they find out that their prior history in being a predator is not a prerequisite that makes them a quality relationship or a quality partner. But one thing it does make them is a quality pimp. And they will keep that woman tethered to them until they get it halfway right. And I do mean halfway right. And that's unfortunate for black women.
And I just want to say to something to these guys in the comments. They love trying to make it seem like we don't have dads and stuff. My dad is the one who told me not to deal with y'all. My dad
That
was like, "It
part.
ain't worth it. You don't need them." My dad is the one who told me to stay away from y'all.
Well, I'm going to be
Even y'all
honest.
know y'all trash. Y'all know y'all trash. Y'all tell your daughters the same thing. Not to trust y'all. That's what y'all know exactly how y'all are, and y'all want to gaslight women for calling y'all out.
Yep. And that's why
Y'all,
Kiki
instead of
Palmer,
changing, y'all just
yep.
gonna stay trash.
Sorry, my phone was cutting out. So sorry for
I'm
interrupting.
sorry, sis.
No, I was just gonna say that's why Kiki Palmer's employee is mad right now, because he knows how men thinks, and that's why he don't want her exposing her body. He more mad at her.
Period. That's what I
So
said,
let's talk
sis.
about it.
That's what I said. I said when Kiki Palmer The thing about it is that they're territorial. And if they cannot actually contribute in a significant, impactful way, they will control the mind of the woman. That's the pimp's way. Well, I know I can't pay no bills in this house. I know I can't make more money than her. I know I can't really do anything. But if I can control the product, then that makes me a king. That gives me this inflated sense of self. And so what he's trying to do is be territorial and make sure that he polices her body, because that's all that he has ownership over. See, he ain't paying no motherfucking bills in that house, okay? He ain't taking care of no
You don't see
grocery and no
Jay-Z
light
talking about
bill.
Beyonce's outfits now, do you?
Exactly. Exactly. Period.
But you know what? I'm gonna bring it on home, and I'm gonna kind of piggyback on what Goldie is saying. There is a book now. 20 years ago, I didn't think anything of this book, but there is a book that was written by a pimp, and I cannot remember his name, but it's on Amazon.
Pimpin'
Um,
Slim, pimpin'
something,
Ken, pimpin'
something.
Ken.
No, not Pippin Ken. It was like Iceberg Slim. That's what
Okay,
it is.
okay, yeah.
Iceberg Slim. I remember a lot of black dudes reading this book and saying, "Oh, he's the," that's where they were. And those same guys, now this is like in 1995 when I heard about this book, and they were reading this book and they were taking this book. Now, this book was written almost 100 years ago, like 1929. I thought it was like in the 1970s. No, it was written very early on.
What?
Girl,
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Because I bought my husband,
Wow.
yeah, because I bought my husband that book. It's like it's like I bought my husband that book because we laugh about it because it's funny. And he reads it. This is what happens in the book. He doesn't take it to heart. It's like to him, it's more comedy. But with a lot of these guys, and I like the way she said the ones that are in low socioeconomic situations, and I always told my daughter who is in her 20s right now, if you don't mess with a man that ain't got nothing to lose, because they literally have nothing to lose. But I remember them taking that book to heart and trying to do things. Now, I'm friends with them, and so I see what they're doing to other females, black, white, brown. It didn't even matter. This is when we were in the military. Now, 20 years later, these same men, who do you think they give these books to? Their sons. They are teaching this pimping to their sons. And this is one of the problems that we're having. It's not a single mother issue. It's the fact that these men are teaching their sons to be this way. And then, and I've had this conversation with my sister. She's a pick me. I have a couple of sisters that are pick me's. And she was telling me, because I have boys, you can't raise a boy like you raise a girl. And I asked her, well, why not? Because they're going to want to have sex and all that stuff. You got to let them do that. And I said, no, no, you don't. If I didn't allow that of my daughter, why would I allow it of my son? I'm not afraid if my son is, if he's gay, he's gay, whatever. And if he is a gay man, I'm still telling the same thing. You're going to hold yourself to a higher standard. We are not on a plantation. We are not used for breeding anymore. You have to respect your body, just like I taught my daughter how to respect her body. You respect your body too. And that's another thing that is lacking in the black community with the males. They're not taught to respect their bodies. They are taught to just go out there and rut like dogs and do everything to prove what they're not. And then one thing I told my sister, most of these men out here, they are emotionally gay. And I don't mean that in a bad
Yes.
way, but they are emotionally gay. Because my son, for example, my son came home and he asked me, well, Mom, I want some Jordans. I'm like, no, I'm not buying you no Jordans. What are you do? It's like, if you want Jordans, you're gonna have to get your own job. And he was like, well, what's wrong? And I asked him, what's wrong with your shoes? And he was telling me, well, I have to basically impress this other dude. And that's when I broke down to my son. So you're going to impress. You're going to buy expensive shoes. You're going to make me a woman buy expensive shoes for you to go impress another dude. Now he's in fifth grade. And I said, you know what I call that? He said, what? Emotionally gay. And I said, you like him as, I'm like, what's your preference at this point? And I had to literally break it down to him. You do not, it is not your job to impress boy, another black boy. That's not your job. You're not there at school to show out for him. If you like somebody who is a female, that's who you show out for. That's who you try to impress. But you ain't, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not playing them games. You don't impress no boy by buying shoes and you gotta, no, and that's where they got it twisted at. In no other race of
Hold
man
on,
I
real
have
So,
quick.
met with.
Goldie, can you block Chati? What's Chati? Cause
Nisi, Nisi, you got that for me, baby? Say.
he's just
Done,
being
done. Like I was talking to him in the comments, but I was just right as you were saying that I was blocking him. He gone.
hey man, sorry to interrupt.
No,
No
no,
worries.
And
no
Darian Lomax, I feel like I'm moderating at this point. Darian Lomax could go to
I'll make you a moderator, sis.
because
Hold on one second.
shoot, make me a
we're trying to
moderator
help
because
each
it's like
other.
right now, hey, I'm gonna let y'all go
I've been
and
I've been
I got to
blocking people,
follow
y'all.
this.
I've been like while y'all been talking, I've been blocking people, but because I've been trying to not block too many. I'm trying to keep her numbers up and stuff. So
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
exactly,
yeah. Sorry,
exactly.
sorry, sorry. I forgot about that part. My bad, my bad.
Yeah, they fun. Trolls are fun. I don't know if y'all know this, but trolls are fun.
See, if I showed y'all my block list on my page, whoo, it's long. That's my favorite thing to do. Block, block. I'll block you while you still typing. Block. That's probably why I'm not at a million yet, because I block it. Block, block, block.
I learned the hard way to
Block,
not
block,
block
block,
too
block, 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 block,
quickly
block, 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 block.
because
Her
if you
ass
block
like
everybody,
Pac-Man.
her
Block, block,
numbers
block, block, block,
it's
block,
gonna
block,
end
block,
up
block, block,
being
block.
20 people
The
in here, and I'm like,
Blockinator.
shoot, we at 134, and I didn't want to block too many people, make her numbers go down. That's why I've been kind of talking to some of them in the comments, the trolls.
Yeah, I
Get
I
be
these
think
doing
it's
it
likes up,
also
too.
good
y'all.
to keep some of them so that women who do come into the discussion can see for themselves that what we're talking about is literally true.
Exactly, it's proof. It's exactly of what we're talking about. That's why I'm like, listen to what they're saying in the comments. Just look at what they're saying. I'll let the women see, and then I'll go and block. So I'll let them talk a little while, but I eventually get them.
That part. I'm so tired of single mothers and when it's really absentee fathers.
But the whole discussion about single mothers doesn't even make sense because who is it creating the single mothers to be single mothers? Like, how are they going to blame single mothers without looking at themselves like, oh, yeah, well, I did impregnate that girl and then leave her high and dry with my child? Like, it just doesn't make any logical sense to me. And then they want to talk about how logical they are when they literally make no sense. It's just full of illogical fallacies all around the
Because I'm
table.
going to tell you the problem. And there's no disrespect to any woman who has done this already. We have largely looked at them like they are human. And that was our mistake. The
Yeah.
biology of males is to externalize. The biology of women is to internalize. So essentially what men do is they project out into the world the way that they feel they should be treated. So the way that they treat women is exactly the way that they should be treated, and they know they deserve to be treated. And that's the reason why we're losing, because we've we've projected our way of dealing with them onto them. It's a certain way you deal with men, and I'll talk about that later, after we get done with the reckoning. But it's a certain way you deal with them, and your mother should have told you, but she didn't know. She didn't know. But now that we know, and now that we have this information, now that we are deconstructing the way that we deal with them, we can start to make steps towards dealing with them the way that they should be dealt with. We'll talk about it.
Okay, Spazzo, this is like the third or fourth time I've seen him say, does that go to all for all men? And it's so frustrating and irritating when they keep saying, not all men, not all men. We know y'all are such YT women in this comment section. Because when we sit here and talk about racism as a system, it being systemic, it being a global white supremacy issue, you see white women saying, what? Not all. We know that. We know that. So what we're trying to
We
tell
know and
you
we
is,
don't care.
right, it is a
We
group
know
of
and we don't
women,
care.
and
Am
we
I gonna
are,
stick? Am I gonna stick my hand in a vat of snakes and figure out which one is the non-poisonous one?
nope.
Absolutely not. I'm gonna treat every snake like a snake until that snake show me that it's a docile snake. Period.
Right. And what's so funny to me when I see these comments of men, we're sitting here discussing our real life lived experiences with the men in our life, right? Me personally, I never took that and was like jaded. I recognized that it was that man that cheated, or that man that lied, or that one man that was emotionally unavailable. And when I met the next man, I showed up as myself. I wasn't like, that's what they think. We show up to the next man bitter with the baggage from the old man. No, we recognize there are individuals,
The
but
other
what,
man don't even be knowing. He don't even be
no,
knowing.
at all. And all women are saying
Girl.
is that we recognize as a collective that there's something going on culturally with men across the globe. And I don't think, are men not understanding history? Like that we weren't considered people 100 years ago? Are they forgetting that part?
Thank you. Period.
Ugh.
My goodness. We still
See,
not
they think
considered
we
people.
wanted it. They think we liked it. That's why they say, "Oh, my grandmother, she was happy cooking and cleaning." No, she
Grandma was
wasn't.
not.
No, she wasn't.
No,
My
she wasn't.
grandmother would chase my grandfather around with a butcher knife, baby. Them old school women did not play that game. You could have another family across town if you want to. I'm cleaning out your bank account, sir. Them old women
Yep.
with nothing to play with. Nothing.
They were terrible.
I want
But the
men to
men
look up.
like that.
Yes.
They love that shit. They love being abused.
And not
They love being abused.
someone said miserable and stayed because of appearance and tradition. Yes, it was culturally, you were culturally shamed if you got a divorce, but also remember, women could not even vote, own property, have credit cards, have a bank account in their name without a husband, brother, son, or father attached to it.
Facts.
So now that women have the opportunity to get educated, make our own money, buy property, have bank accounts, invest, we require more from y'all. I don't know, emotional availability, accountability, maturity. But you know, who am I? I don't know. I don't know.
Girl, listen. Listen. Now, guys, yeah, I'm about to continue to enjoy this beautiful day. I appreciate the conversation. I'm going to go ahead and let each one of you, if you could stick around and kind of give your final thoughts, and then I'm going to go ahead and close out the live. And we're going to started from the bottom to the top. We're going to start with Goddess.
So having this live, I'm so grateful that you brought me onto the panel and I was able to speak a little bit and really have this experience with you ladies today, because in the moment that I was pulled into the live, I was really kind of like in my head about my own, you know, topic here. But this is so amazing, and this is exactly what we need as women to continue to build with other women so that we know and understand within ourselves that we're not alone in this, because a lot of times we do feel very alone, and this is so needed. And I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening until we meet again.
Thank you, love. All right, Nisi, let's go.
Hey, well, you always kill it like always, Goldie, and I want you to enjoy the rest of your day looking beautiful in the beautiful scenery that you in. Thank you so much for letting me up. Appreciate you like always.
Happy
And
birthday.
just to say thank you again, love. Thank you so much. And I'm just I want to piggyback off of what God has said. Like, we need to look out for each other. All we got is each other. See these men for who they are. Stop looking for potential. Stop saying, "Oh, I can change them." Stop doing that. See them for who they are and act accordingly. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Kenny?
It's
Kenny?
it's
Kenny?
Kenya.
Kenya.
It,
Oh, I'm sorry, sis.
it's
Gotcha.
okay. Rita is just a nickname some of my friends gave me as kids, so they call me Kenya Rita, like a margarita. But
Oh wow, that's cute. That's cute.
thank
We
you,
need to do
thank
that, like
you.
an African margarita. Like that'll be hot.
Well, what my last thought, ladies, is I just want to turn your attention to watching the movie Raisin in the Sun. I don't know how familiar you are to that movie, but it took place. I believe it might have took place like maybe the late 50s or early 60s. It was in black and white, and it stars Sidney Poitier and I think that I want to say that's Ruby D. It might not be, but I think it is. Anyway, I have a clip from that movie on my
I'm sorry.
on
I'm
my
sorry.
page.
It is. It's Ruby D, and she's. Fun fact: she's my grandfather's first cousin.
Okay, okay. See, that's right there.
Yes.
That tells me that's confirmation from what I'm about to tell y'all.
Yes.
Because in that movie, if you watch how you got Sidney Poitier, who's the man of the house. Okay, father's gone, so he's the man of the house, and you have his mama, and he has his sister, his wife, and his. And for those that have never seen it, I don't want to give away the movie, but just watch that movie and watch the black men's actions in this movie. And then watch the women in this movie. And I guarantee you're going to go through all kinds of emotions because I saw it as a child, like the young lady said, when you look at something when we're young, and then later on after we've done experience some stuff, it hits different. Everything is hitting different for me right now in my 48 years of life. And I'm here now. I'm here now. And it's going to be okay because I have
That's
women
true.
like you in my life. I have women like you guys in my life, strengthening, pouring into, pulling out of. This is what us women need. And I thank you all for hearing me today. Thank you, Goldie, for accepting me today. I
Absolutely.
appreciate you.
All right, Kenya Rita. All right, Ruthie. What you got?
Hey,
What you got, sis?
I just find it so funny that Hellcat, this is one of my favorite things. I know that I'm that girl. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. I know I'm that girl. This one little profile picture that you see right here with my little beret and my curls and my lipstick, I'm that girl. People pay me to promote their products. I'm educated. I have a father. I have a great man. And this man wanted to sit here and talk about me having a weave, and that just tells me that I look that good. Because the moment a man starts to try to break down something that looks great on you, lets me know that you think it looks so good it must be fake. Your insecurities are showing, sister. Okay, Sister Hellcat, I want better for you. I have a father, I have a man, and you don't make 200K because you know why? Men that make $200,000 a year don't have time to sit up on live. And
The
that's the truth.
lies. The lies. Oh my goodness. Okay, so obviously you can see with the guys in the comments and the way that they respond to
Giving growth.
intellectual analysis and biological analysis is that they are going to gaslight. They are going to straight up lie. They're not going to change. People in their lower nature are in survival mode and they're only there to get what they can from a situation. So we have to stop thinking that we can save these folks. Everybody that's skin folk ain't kin folk, right? And we need to live in reality. And moving forward, we need to combine ourselves with those who are like-minded. That's number one. And so a lot of times, like I said to you guys, there's going to be a great divide. Let me go because there's a bunch of teenagers behind me. There's going to be a great divide in our experience, guys. And I've talked about this for a while. What's going to happen is some of us are going to walk in truth. And walking in truth does not mean that you do not love black men. It means that they do not get fucking participation pussy. They do not get an automatic pass for being a black man. They do not get we shall overcome pussy. Right? It doesn't work like that anymore.
Come
Now
on
we're
now.
looking right. Now we're looking at them for the specific fact of what are you bringing? Who are you? Do you have integrity? Do you have compassion? Can you be empathetic? Is there something that I have to gain from this connection with you? Because you being a black man alone ain't it. And that's really all that's happening. And that's why they losing their damn mind. So that's that. Follow me on YouTube. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you
everybody.
all.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you guys.
Peace.